Okay, so this tutorial is going to be on how to create schedules for our Ranger Station project. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to pull over my, let's see, this is our handout here. And this is going to show us kind of what our directions for putting together this schedule. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tag our doors and windows. And then we're going to create a schedule then to schedule all those doors and windows that we just tagged. So I'm going to start with the window tags. So let's go there. So let's go to a plan view. So we'll go to a plan view. And I'm going to go to my second floor because that's the one that has all the windows in it anyways. Windows and doors. So what we're going to do is let's go to the View tab. I'm sorry, the Annotate tab. Sorry. Alright, so go to Annotate. And so what you can do is you can tag in, you can pretty much tag anything. So I select this Tag by Category button here, so I select that, and you hover that above a window, gives you that tag, gives you a wall, that's going to tag your wall. I hold it over a door, it'll tag the door, so on and so forth. So, but a shortcut to doing all that is to use this Tag All command. So if you say Tag All, so I click on that, this little dialog pops up. And so these are all the categories that I can tag. So I can say I want a door tag. So I'm going to hit apply. All right, and then what it does is then it tags every door in that view. So the tag all command is a way of just doing it really, really fast. So that within 2 clicks, I basically tagged all my doors, and I can tag all my windows. However, let's hold off on windows for 1 second, and let's just stick with tagging our doors. I'll say OK. Alright, so I've got all my doors tagged. I need to tag my windows. However, in the instructions, what it's telling me is I need to load in a different tag for the windows. So let me show you how to add in a new tag for those windows. Alright, so the one we've got, let's see here. Alright, so we're going to load in this, it's called window tag number.rfa. So that's the family file that we're going to load in. So let me just talk to you a little bit about tags. So I go to Category. I'm on the Annotation tab, and then there's this little category here called Tags, and I'm going to get this little drop-down menu. All right, so that drops down, and I'm going to say Loaded Tags. So this is basically going to take me to the part of Revit where it shows me what tags I have loaded into the project. So I'm going to say OK. All right, so over here, these are all basically the categories that we have within Revit. So you've got things like furniture, HVAC zones, lighting devices, lighting fixtures, which would be lights and things, just everything that's basically in here. So these are all of the things that we have the possibility of tagging in this project. All right, over here are the tags that we have loaded. Now you'll notice that there's quite a few tags that are missing. Right, so by default, Revit only loads in a few tags. We've got an area tag, door tag. Any of these others, I have to load in a new tag to do that. So let's go down to Windows. Here is the window tag. We've got window tag. All right, so that's all we've got. So I'm going to load in a new tag for Windows. All right, and that's going to be that window tag dash number. So I'm going to say load family. All right, load family, and then I'm going to go up to annotations, and let me make sure it's not that. Yeah, and then I'm going to go to architecture or architectural, and then scroll down to the bottom. And I've got window tag dash number. That's the one I want. So I'm going to load that guy in. So select window tag dash number, and then hit OK, and then OK. All right. So now I can go back into tag all and tag all my windows. So let's do that. So I'm on Annotate. I'm going to go to Tag All. Scroll down to the bottom, and I'm looking for window tag number. So notice now I've got 2 window tag options here. I've got window tag and then window tag dash number. So let's select that one and hit apply, and then it puts in my window tags here. All right, so these little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-sided sevenagons or whatever they are called. All right, so those are my window tags. Okay, so then, so now I've got all my windows tagged and all my doors tagged, and now what I can do is then go in there and edit those tags. So I can call these whatever I want. So for example, this door tag here, I can just click on that door tag, so select it, and then click one more time to edit that tag, and I can type in, you know, whatever. I can call that window, that I can edit that tag into anything I want. All right. So the other thing about these tags too is there's a couple options here. One for this window tag or for this door tag. If I want to move that, then down here at the very bottom of it, you see that it looks like the move command. So that's like basically a grip or a handle with which you can kind of move this up here if it's out of the way. Whatever looks good, whatever gets it out of the way and is clear and it's easy for the contractor to see. All right, so I select that tag. The other option you have too is you can rotate it on the options bar. I can rotate it to a vertical tag, and then I can slide it in here like that. So I have that option as well. So I can rotate it horizontal, vertical, or move it around. All right, with my window tags, let me just go to one of these here. I have some options too. So I select that tag. I get the little grip at the very bottom. And then I also have the option of selecting a leader on those. So I go select, and I can pick a leader. And so when I pull it out here, like so, it gives me a little leader if I need it. If I need it, I can add the leader there. I can also rotate this horizontal or vertical if I wanted. I don't know why you do that, but there's horizontal. So yeah, so you have a couple options on your tags. You can either put leaders on it or rotate it horizontal, or you can move it around. Whatever works. So tweak it and move it around just so it gets out of the way of your dimensions and your and all the other information that's on the drawing. All right, so now we've got everything tagged, and we use the tag all command. All right, then the next thing we want to do is then schedule these things. So create a schedule for them. Yep, question.
So you need to start on like the lowest level, so start the numbering there, or how does that work?
Okay, yeah, so let's talk a little bit about how to number these things then. Yeah, that's a good question. All right, so for door tags, typically what you do in the industry is you name the door after the room that it's in. So for example, here's our ladies' restroom. This is room 205. So this door here, or this door here would be called room door 205. So I just name it after the room, and I usually go by the room that the door swings into. All right, so because this door is now swinging into restroom 205, I'm going to call it 205. This janitor's closet here, I'm going to call this 206. All right, that keeps you out of a lot of trouble because in our instructions, what it's telling you here is that when you do the door tags, they should be enumerated beginning with 100 on the parking service level, and then on the second level it goes to 200, and then on the third level it becomes 300. All right, so it's just like our rooms, right? So on the second floor level, all of our rooms begin with 2, so it'll be 200. So it's a good idea to then label these doors after the room that they swing in. Now the obvious exception being exterior doors. These exterior doors swing out into the world, so they don't actually swing into a room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label these after 209. Since they're exterior doors, there's really no dispute as to which room that door is in. It's in 209. So I'm going to call this one 209. Now when you get to a situation where you have multiple doors in the same room, for example our exhibit area, then you would just go 209A, 209B, 209C. So this will be 209. I'll call this one 209A. Oops, and you don't need to put a space there. Just 209A works. All right, this will be 209B. All right, and just kind of going around counterclockwise. 209C. All right. And 209D. Oops.
Like if you're in the theater and the doors are opening into the vestibule, then you're labeling it 303, right?
Yeah, so I would label these 303 because they're swinging into the vestibule. So. All right, so. Oops. Let's go back to our handout. All right, now the windows, on the other hand, are a different story. So the windows are going to be labeled after, it's going to be a 2-digit labeling system. The first one will be alphabetical, the second will be numerical. The numerical one, the second number, corresponds to the floor that it's on. So in the parking service level, that's the 01 level. So the second number will always be 1 on the parking service level. On the second floor, it'll be the second number will be 2, On the third level, it'll be 3. And then the windows will be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So let me give you an example on here. So here on our second floor, all right, if I start with my windows, and I can pretty much start anywhere I want, I'll just go clockwise. So this is on the second floor. So I'm going to call this one A2. The next one will be B2. All right, and then the next one will be C2. All right, and so on and so forth. And you just kind of work either clockwise or counterclockwise, and it really doesn't matter where you start. All right, then when I go to the third floor, the O3 second floor level, these windows, let me just tag them real quick. These windows will be then A3, so you're starting back again with A, but the second number denotes which floor it's on. Oops, so that would be B3. All right, and then C3, so on and so forth. And with these, yeah, there's a lower case, yeah. So this one is going to be a little tricky, is you'll have to move the windows, or the tags, so that they're out of the way of the window. But that's basically it. So that is how to tag all the doors and windows, and then how to then label each of them.